And
we're about to get jiggy with it.
Jiggy! Welcome back from 5 seconds ago. Or probably something like, I don't know, 20 seconds if you had to sit through
We had
YouTube
to
ad.
say people's names that
Yes, we
couldn't
did.
say before.
We had to talk off the record, as they say. Now I go up here.
2 tears in a bucket, motherfuck it.
God duck it.
I'll have to remember that one. No, honey, don't remember that. That's off the record. That's an obscure reference.
I was about to say, what the hell's that from?
It's from a little movie known as Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Yeah, I never even heard of it.
It's actually based on a novel that was on the New York Times bestsellers list for 240 weeks.
That's impressive.
It's about a murder in Savannah, Georgia. It's probably single-handedly responsible for the reason why Savannah is a tourist destination.
In, quote, ghost town.
Yeah.
I do like Savannah, though. We went there a bunch of years for all-state choir when I was doing that. I made it all years I was able to do that, too.
It's pretty neat. I've been there many times.
Their candy shops are to die for.
Of course, but the last time I was there, I didn't like it as much because I was like, this is all not really a town anymore. This is just a
tourist attraction,
place,
yeah. One big tourist
The
attraction.
actual town is kind of scary.
I was never away from a group, so I never really got to explore it for what it was.
Yeah. My mom and I went through... Well, we didn't get, like, mugged or anything going through the more dangerous parts, but, I mean...
Wait, I'm forgetting something. What was
You're Hunter, I'm Patrick.
That's true, but I'm forgetting something else. I've got to do something to unlock the thing for Click Lock Wood, but what the hell is it? I don't know. I can't remember this. God damn it. Okay, I'm gonna go back through here. Because I think it's over here. Trying to think, because I gotta unlock a thing for the oh, I know what it was. I just fucking walked right past it. Excuse me, everyone, for being a stupid idiot for this and just walking right past where I was supposed to go. So I gotta go in here. I don't think that works physics-wise. You walk into a place and then you come out the other side of the door swimming.
It's not like Mario 64 where you can replenish your life in the water.
I mean, that's not what I was saying, but...
I know, but you just got hit and I was half expecting it to replenish.
I don't know if I like that mechanic or not.
It is kind of unrealistic and silly, but
it is
neat
weird
at the same time.
It's helpful.
Yeah, it's helpful.
But it's like, I don't know if I want that kind of help.
It's like you can fit all of Slayer's Rain and Blood album onto one side of a cassette and then replay the album on the other side of the cassette. How neat is that?
Super neat.
It's super neat.
Super neat and tidy.
Except on a cassette, you're not getting the highest quality music output audio level bullshit.
I guess that's have always sucked. No, fuck off.
They just reissued a Metallica album on cassette.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
For the same reason why there are people who release albums on cassette now. Just because they want to cash in on this retro thing.
I mean, vinyl I can understand, but cassette doesn't have any tangible benefit. I mean, like we were talking about before, vinyl arguably doesn't even have a tangible benefit.
Don't say that at the Steve Hoffman forums.
No, I don't know what that is.
It's a music audiophile forum dedicated to an engineer who isn't even a trained engineer. if someone hears this from the Steve Hoffman forum, which I doubt, they will hate me. But
Who cares?
he doesn't actually do anything to the music. He remasters it, quote unquote, but what he does is he sets all the EQ levels from the original master tapes to 0. And that's all that he does.
What does that do to it?
Quite honestly, it actually it's not beneficial at all. So, I mean,
I'm missing a Jiggy.
remastering for CD is an important process because there have been so many albums that they were originally mastered for vinyl. And in fact, I've heard original vinyl copies of albums that sounded pretty shitty compared to the CD counterparts. Like the one that is the most obvious to me is the Byrds. Their music was based around the 12-string guitar, which is a very trebly, high-pitched instrument. And on vinyl, it sounds like an ice pick through your ear. But on CD, it sounds really nice and warm.
Did I get that? Yeah, I did get that. Okay. I mean, that'll just happen sometimes. It depends on, what they were intending for it to be on when they recorded it. It's probably will sound the best.
The reissues are a hit and miss. The 180 gram reissues are hit and miss in terms of sound quality.
Are all new vinyl 180?
Most of them. There have been some, like I have a reissue by the Zombies, and it's just a regular, like, I think it's like 120. In the 70s, during the oil crisis, they actually reduced it pretty significantly in America. So a lot of albums from the 70s sound like shit because they were produced on very thin vinyl. Most people, like audiophiles, think that 180 is totally unnecessary, that you don't need it that thick, because they never had it that thick to begin with. But I think it's a little bassier, but that just might be the mix. And bass is vinyls are naturally very bassy anyway, so they have to actually increase the treble before they put it on vinyl. And I have several reissues that don't sound very good, like the Nine Inch Nails first album, Pretty Hate Machine, not only skips, but it also sounds like shit on vinyl. That
sucks.
Brand new 180. I paid like $20 for that.
Damn.
I've paid more than
CD.
that. I've paid more than that for vinyl too. I paid $28 for Television's Marquee Moon. And that's really just a novelty thing because the CD sounds better. And I have Sonic Youth's sister album. That was $28. It actually sounds pretty good. I'm not sure it sounds $28 good. Especially since I could just rip the WAV files to my computer from the CD and listen to my Audio Technica.
Yeah, for free.
So, by the way, people who are proponents of FLAC files get on my nerves so bad.
What's a FLAC file?
It's like a few steps above MP3, but you can't open it normally like you could with a WAV file or an MP3 or a WMA file in Windows Media Player, and you can't open FLAC in iTunes at all. So you either have to get a special player or you have to make a playlist for said album in Windows Media Player. But here's the thing, they're not better than WAV files. They're smaller than WAV files and they're not as compressed as MP3s, so they are on a technical level better than MP3s. But the thing is that most people aren't going to hear the difference between flack in MP3 when they listen to it. And WAV file is just, it's totally uncompressed, it's straight from the CD. No compression at all.
Sounds like the way it should be.
Yeah. It just takes up a lot of space, which isn't a big deal these days, since computer hard drives are getting bigger and there's external hard drives. But
I need to get a couple terabyte drives because I need to back up a lot of my shit because a lot of it's on kind of a failing hard drive. Like 2 years ago when I got this PC, I got a hard drive from some dude on Craigslist. And
did you build your PC?
Yeah. Okay. When I built it, I took it in to get verified just to make sure I'd done everything right.
Yeah.
And they ran a few tests on it, and they said that the hard drive, my terabyte hard drive, that I have most of my non-essential stuff on, like the operating system, like all the operating system and everything is on my solid state drive. And they said that the terabyte drive was kind of failing, so I might want to get a new one soon before it fails.
But that was 2 years ago?
Yeah, that was almost 2 years ago, and I've got lots of like important pictures and stuff on there that I don't want to lose.
You want to back that up.
Yeah, so I need to get around
You
to
could
that
back it up in a cloud too.
Yeah, I could do that. I don't really like using the cloud that much. I like actually having it.
I email a lot of my stuff to myself.
I do that too.
I think Google Drive, that's free, and it has a lot of space that you can use.
I don't even use Gmail that much.
No one emails anyone anymore. I miss getting emails.
Yeah, I remember seeing this one comic on the internet where it's like how it used to be, and when you would get like tons of pieces of mail, you'd be like, what the fuck ever is stupid mail, and then when you got an email, it'd be like, oh my god, it's an email.
Yeah.
And it was like 1998, and nowadays it's like you get hundreds and hundreds of emails and you're like, what the fuck ever, and then you get an actual letter in your mail and you're like, oh my god, somebody sent me a letter.
I haven't gotten a letter from someone in so long.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the last time I got one.
My handwriting's bad. Otherwise, I would just send letters to people, just for funsies.
I don't think I've ever really sent a letter to somebody, unless it was like a thank you card or something.
I totally didn't send people thank you cards after I graduated high school and they gave me things.
I bought my A40 headset with the graduation money I got. That was my gift to myself. Or everyone else's gift to me.
I don't even remember what I bought. Bunches of stuff.
I mean, hell, I'm still using my headset 4 years later, so it was a good investment.
Yeah.
I love the hell out of that thing. Can't say enough good things about Astro.
Now,
Sponsored by Astro.
I don't know what the fuck. What did I buy with all my graduation money? I know I got a guitar.
Nice.
But that wasn't with graduation money. That was an actual graduation present.
Oh, very nice. I don't think there's anything in here. Maybe a mumblehead. He gets fat next season.
I hope it wasn't stuff that I later got rid of. That's the thing with me. I've gotten to where I'm not really attached to things like I used to be.
I'm a bit of a hoarder. Not too bad. I try to throw away stuff I don't really need anymore, but if I perceive myself having any use for it at some point, like I'll be like, yeah, I'll just keep it around and put it over here in the corner.
I've got a lot of stuff that I just have, but at the same time, I've gotten rid of stuff. Especially video games and guitars and stuff.
Yeah, you got rid of your whole PS2 collection a while back.
Not the whole thing,
well,
but...
you said a lot of it.
Yeah, a lot of it. Just stuff I wasn't playing anymore. And, I mean, I got other games with it.
Yeah, there you go. Turn games into more games. Ah, shit. Ah, fuck me.
When I was younger, I wish I'd been more careful, though, about that, because I traded so much to GameStop.
God. The worst thing you can possibly do.
I know, but I mean, back then that was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they'll give me money for my games?
I
Oh,
didn't
what a
even-
great
It
deal.
wasn't even money; it was for other things.
Yeah, for credit.
Yeah, and they even cheap out on that.
Yeah, they do. They give you like 10% more in credit.
It really sucks. But you know, I didn't know better back then. And I mean, I remember my whole PSP collection, and I had a lot of stuff when I traded my original one there. That included the system. It only added up to like 40 something bucks. I was like, holy shit! I getting gypped here.
For a PSP?
This was back in 2010.
For a
That was-
fucking PSP? Jesus.
That was with the games and stuff too.
That's fucking terrible.
I know. And I think I got like one game and I paid out of pocket for another game. It was actually when I got Brawl and Harvest Moon
Brawl.
something. I think it was Magical Melody. I managed to fuck up my save file on Magical Melody because I moved my house to somewhere where I can't even get out the fucking front door. So
Well, that sucks.
that does suck. I wish I could fix it somehow. I wasn't really playing it the way I was supposed to though. Instead of farming, I was I planted a bunch of fruit trees. And the cool thing about that game is that in the winter time, the lake, this giant lake freezes over and you can go into a cavern and mine and you get a bunch of like diamonds and shit. So I really had no need to farm for anything.
Yeah, I mean, why would you at that
The
point?
thing about the Harvest Moon games is that it's hard to fit everything into one day and the days are so short. You have to socialize with the people, water, if you have crops, water your crops, feed your animals. And sometimes, in some games it's really tedious too, because they have these strange, like, loading.
Oh, I'm a B now, by the way.
This reminds me of Buck Bumble.
What?
Buck Bumble, it's an N64 game where you play as a bee.
Nice. Do you collect pollen?
I think you just attack people.
That sounds even better.
Have you ever played the Rockstar open world N64 game?
What game is that?
I'm trying to remember the name of it, but you're like
Probably not.
aliens have attacked and you're. It's pretty cool. It's got really shitty graphics in retrospect, but it's a pretty cool game.
Well, that was a lot of the games on N64.
Yeah.
I think this was one of the best looking games on N64,
certainly,
period.
Does it look like a vomit of pixels?
No. And I mean, even this upscaled version on 360, like I'll go back and play the N64 version sometimes, and even then, it still looks good to me.
Yeah. Even though I don't really like Majora's Mask, I think Majora's Mask looks pretty good too.
Need 5 caterpillar.
Did you ever play Majora's Mask?
No.
Good for you.
Well, like I said, I didn't play Ocarina of Time either.
I did, but I never got far. I've still never gotten past the water temple. And Godzilla, she had her own cartridge for the 3DS, and I never bought my own. And I just played hers, and since she's gone,
You never get it back.
yeah, I never got to finish my save file. And I was gonna go buy my own, but they don't produce them anymore.
Majora's Mask?
No, Ocarina of Time for 3DS.
They don't make those anymore? Seriously?
Nope, and the resale is more than a new copy would cost.
Wow, that's kind of bullshit.
Yeah, Nintendo.
I think I have a copy of it.
Nintendo keep doing that, and
It keeps pissing everybody off.
well, see, here's the thing: Nintendo don't actually like used game sales. They think that you should keep a game forever.
Well, really, no publisher likes used game sales, so they're not getting any of that money.
Yeah, but I mean Nintendo in particular, but they keep fucking up. Like with Xenoblade for the Wii, how it's like almost, I think it's like $150 for
my God,
a
really?
used copy. Yeah, they were gonna reissue it, but they just never did. I think they actually did reissue it, and that didn't even help.
I remember hearing a lot about that game, and I've always wanted to play it, but
I know it looks like an awesome game.
I've seen a couple of stuff for the new one that's coming out, and the mech designs in that just look fucking awesome. But yeah, it's a shame I'll probably never get the chance to play the original one. I mean, maybe if I want to at some point, I'm sure I'll find a way, but
I mean,
$150 is a lot of money.
I've never been able to, I've never really put much effort into modding my Wii to do that, but a lot of people have done it quite successfully.
Yeah, I never did much of the homebrew stuff.
I've got homebrew stuff, just not to play Wii games. Not that we would ever pirate anything.
No, never. We like developers, and we like giving them our money.
We like touching their butts.
Indeed. I like how he's got all those flames off.
There was something on Tumblr about, and Tumblr's always good for stupid bullshit.
Come on. Oh.
I want to feed you tacos and touch your butt.
Yep, that sounds like Tumblr, alright. They're
Sounds like
obsessed
something
with
a
butts
girl-
over there.
It seems like something a girl would say.
It sounds like something a girl who was trying to impersonate Tina from Bob's Burgers would say.
I mean,
I just
some of the things that
I just
girls,
want to touch your butt.
Yeah, some of the things that girls say on that site. I can talk about girls as an entity without sounding sexist, right?
I mean, we've been doing it this whole entire
I mean,
fucking playthrough.
Fucking A.
I mean, we're not sexist in any way, shape, or form. Like, we love the ladies.
I mean, I am taken aback by the sexism on a show that is based on the 1950s. So,
Fuck.
I don't even feel the need to defend myself. But it's like when someone says that you're a racist.
Because you say something
You
about
say something
about a race.
About a race. It's like, don't even bother defending yourself. You just make yourself look bad.
Talking about the concept of race is not racism.
So,
I guess racism if you find a negative feature about somebody based solely on their race.
Exactly.
Like without getting to know the person at all.
But it's like Louis C.K. said, we might one day eradicate racism, there will always be sexism.
Yeah.
But I just feel like there's a whole group of, not the diehard feminists that you always hear about on Tumblr.
Gotta love those.
But I don't actually see much of that. I must be avoiding them like very well. But
I mean, I don't really know how Tumblr works, but I'm sure they've got their own section of the site.
oh, they do. They do. I mean, I read about it on Reddit. I hear people talking about it in real life about Tumblr feminists, but I never see much of it.
This is kind of a boss fight, but it's super easy.
I mean, the girl I was going out with this month, her Tumblr, she posted some of the most ridiculous things, and they were so oriented towards girls. I'm like, you don't actually think that about boys, do you? Or you don't actually think that's how relationships work, do you?
And then she's like, yes, of course, all men are the devil.
Or, I mean, it's not even that. It's like, I want to be treated like a princess and shit like that, or, you know.
Well,
like,
when they say that, they
not
mostly just mean...
precisely that, but
Well, I mean, like, whenever a girl says, I want to be treated like a princess, I mean, that's just like a thing where they just want to be treated nicely, you know? They don't want to be treated like,
oh,
you know,
most
whatever
definitely.
crap
I mean, that, but
their previous boyfriends are doing them.
There's a weird element where they say very strange things just about relationships and guys and shit in general.
Doesn't surprise me. I think we're going to have to cut this level up into 2 episodes because we're not even halfway through this level.
Okay.
And we're at 24 minutes.
We'll talk about vaginas and
I'm going to grab this
and
one.
differences
and-
later.
Yeah. In the next
You
episode...
still have that girl's Facebook open.
I do.
Oh my god, that's so creepy.
Close that.
We're stalking this girl.
Will these fucking pricks just die already?
Who are they? I don't.
I don't know who those guys are.
You've got a bunch of friends, so you see more
I
stuff.
do.
than
Well,
I
that guy's
do.
from Australia, so.
Hey, is that guy gay?
Which guy? That guy?
No.
Yes, he is absolutely gay.
Yeah, that's me. The guy, two guys up,
That guy?
up, him.
I don't think he's gay.
He's always been very effeminate.
I don't know though. Like it's weird with him. But anyway, we're talking about people that you're not supposed to know about. So we'll see you guys next time, and you won't get to
Not
hear
that there's
our
anything wrong with that.
conversations. No, there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Just like it's a guy that we know, and he's kind
It
of
was
like,
supposed to
yeah.
end on that note,
Yeah.
Hunter. You killed.